It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. The action is only moments away, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Banked by the Ohio River and the city's abundance of hills, we're at Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
The ball is teed up, kicking team looks ready. And we're off and running at Paycor Stadium. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. They're led out by the legend over in LSU, the former #1 overall pick in 2020, Joe Burrow.
When Joe Burrow's between the white lines, he's one of the game's best and most entertaining quarterbacks. He just has a cool factor that is the envy of so many. Nothing seems to bother them other than some injuries that unfortunately have ended seasons early. When he's on the field, timing, the anticipation, Kate, the precision with which he plays, he has very few peers.
He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Levante David, like so many times in his career, making that tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Burrow out of the shotgun. Catch made by Chase Brown. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
On 1st down, here's Burrow. Gets it to his man, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 48. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Throwing is Burrow. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Completes this one to Otten. He's got a gain of 6 there. Remain Pratt with the play defensively.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Carry here for Irving. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
That's what I call a healthy return on investment. You run the toss play, looking for positive yards, looking to move the sticks, and I'm looking for that to be called again.
They're set up at the 35 now. Shotgun handoff to Irving. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Right back to Irving now. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Escapes the pocket. And the Bengals are too much. They take him down. And they'll try to build on that big stop.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that can go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Tampa Bay in punt formation now. And this will put an end to the drive after it's stalled out. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Bengals are going to be backed up to begin this drive. First down, Burrow to throw. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Burrow from the gun. Into the hands of Gesicki. Complete. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. That's Gesicki. He's got it. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
2nd and 3 now. Burrow setting up the play action. That's incomplete left side. First time this game they've looked to him. And now it's 3rd and short.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They motion the tight end over. 3rd and short, it's Burrow. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Brown. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Here's Brown again. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Hauled down by Christian McCaffrey.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Tight end motioning right. On 3rd down, here's Burrow. Higgins makes the catch. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Motioning Chase left. Burrow. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow again. Got a man, it's Gesicki. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
To throw again, it's Burrow. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
On 4th down, out comes the Bengals field goal team and Evan McPherson. This is a 42-yard look from the left hash. Butker knocks it through. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Tucker now on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So the Buccaneer offense getting out there for their 2nd drive. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Baker now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. First down, here's Baker. This one's taken in by Otten. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Brought down by the veteran, Von Bell.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Complete to his man, Sterling Shepard. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped.
A gain of 19 yards.
Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through one quarter. Just 3-0 is our score. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. Tackle made by the rookie from Wisconsin.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Completed over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They're now set for 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion right. 1st and 10, it's Mayfield. Catch made by Bucky Irving. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They kick the running back in motion. This throw is caught. And that's a Tampa Bay touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers take a 4-point lead. The Bucs get lined up and they will kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. Out comes the offense for the Bengals. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Levante David, like so many times in his career, making that tackle. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Burrow out of the shotgun. This one taken in by Chase. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Stopped that time by Jamel Dean.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Burrow back to throw. Throw left side, complete. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. It's a gain of 4. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First down, Burrow to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Burrow from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Finds his man over the middle. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
The Bengals send out the punting unit. Trey Palmer on the return for the Buccaneers. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. And he can't hurt you with the return if you just kick it out of bounds, right? This one flies out right around the 15-yard line. The Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield ready for this next possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Here's the give to Irving. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 17. Finds his man. It's Godwin. This is ahead for about 5. Look at Cam Taylor-Britt getting up there to track that one down.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Irving on the inside give. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Throwing, Baker. Got Evans, it's complete. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Off the play fake. Here's Mayfield. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. That's going to be caught by Evans. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, It's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They'll come up 1st and 10. On the give, this is Irving. And he found a little room to turn it into a nice gain down to the 6. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Design bootleg here. Down he goes. The Bengals got to him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, that's what I call an absolute no-no. I mean, that just can't happen down here in the red zone. You've got to find a way to get rid of the football because now you're not only outside the red zone and you put some points that you thought were a guarantee with either a touchdown or field goal, now a little bit in limbo.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Mayfield now from the gun. And for the first time, one of his throws doesn't find a home. It's incomplete, but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
The kick by McLaughlin is good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Cincinnati just about set for its next offensive possession. And they take over down 10-3 following that score. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Into the red zone. He makes it in for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. T. Higgins, the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. And you gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals tie things 10-10. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Bucky Irving now to return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Now the Buccaneers set to take the field. And they settled for a field goal on their last series, so points are a positive, but they'll look to upgrade to a touchdown here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. On the move, hit him, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. Big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
To get home and hit and impact the quarterback at this level, well, typically you got to do what this defense is doing, and that's keeping an offense off balance. Change up your looks, rotate your personnel, throw in some wrinkles, and once again, go hit that quarterback.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Godwin sent in motion right. After the sack, another pass on second down. Hauled in by Godwin. We're to the 2-minute warning from the jungle. The Buccaneers have a lot of work to do for any points before the break. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Baker now from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that brings up 4th and short. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Bengals and T. Higgins back in possession here. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And it'll be Bengals football. On first down, here's Burrow. He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Never ever a great look when your quarterback's picking himself up a few seconds into a drive. They're going to need a lot more fight on second down and a whole lot of yardage to get this back on track.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Trying again following the sack. Pass caught along the sideline by Gesicki. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like the 30.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. Had to balance, focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in bounds.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Taken in by Chase, left side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. 1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Got a man. It's Gesicki. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. We're all watching that sideline here, seeing where those feet came down.
And no matter what they rule here, Kate, that was an outstanding effort just to make the catch.
Yeah.
Now we got to look and see, did he get both feet in with possession?
So the officials looked at it twice. The replay officials in New York agreed, and the call on the field's going to stand. To throw again, it's Burrow. Into the hands of Gesicki, complete. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Burrow out of the shotgun. That's completed right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. The final timeout taken by the Bengals. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Cut near the goal line. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
Looking to throw, Burrow. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there, just 11 seconds remaining. Not on the same page with his tight end. So they'll be left with 3rd and goal.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Burrow from the gun. Forced out to his right. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals take the lead just before halftime. Joe Burrow with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Point after, up and good by McPherson. And the Bengals break that tie and now lead by 7. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. A final throw before the break. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away. We've hit halftime here in Cincinnati. The Bengals carrying a lead into the locker room. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit, but first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Reports. The Bengals got a strong performance in that first half by Joey B, their quarterback, Joe Burrow. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break. Both these teams making their way out of the tunnel, and we're ready for the second half. And for the call, we send it back to Kate Scott and the other blonde bomber, Brock Hewer.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our third quarter. On the return, here's Irving. He stopped on the return at the 27. Here come the Bucs on offense now. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. First down, here's Baker. Finds his man, it's Godwin. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Going with Irving here. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Running back sent in motion. Searches from the pocket. Got to it right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Mayfield with a blitz coming. Hits him on the out route. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. One of the tight ends motioning right. 1st and 10, it's Mayfield. Defense is there, and he's going down. For the moment, we've got a sack. We do, though, have a flag to sort out first before we can lock that in. Well, that play went for negative yards anyway, so no need for them to accept that penalty. They'll run here following the penalty. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Stop made by Sam Hubbard.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And the Bengals bringing out a 5th DB. They're in the nickel, 3rd down. Now here's Mayfield. That pass complete to Irving.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
Looking to throw. That's cut beyond the marker. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Mayfield on 1st and 10. That's cut at the 4. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a 1-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Buccaneers make it 17-all. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Fielded at the 7. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. First down, Burrow to throw. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Burrow setting to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Throwing is Burrow. Higgins makes the catch. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Second and 3 now. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And they had that one contained right at the line. Play brought to an end by Jordan Whitehead. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Burrow to the air now. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. On 1st down, here's Burrow. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, he found the route he wanted pretty quickly, Brock, but maybe, I don't know, he telegraphed who he wanted a little too much because that defender sure got there just as the ball arrived to force it loose.
Yeah, this is one of those tough moments as an analyst, right? Because you're right, offensively didn't get the job done, but I'm going to give a gold star to the defense. Anytime you make contact and you disrupt that pass, that's a job well done defensively.
They'll cobble together a yard there. Yaya Diaby brings him down. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. Out of the shotgun, Burrow escapes the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Here's what I know. I know this one, Kate, from personal experience. After this one's over, QB, well, he's going to spend some time in that cold tub because he's been in so much time on the ground, taking a beating today. This offensive line, this offense has got to find a way to protect the passer.
Punt team on the field. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11. The Buccaneers are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns. Good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can. Putting together quite the game for himself in the process. First and 10. Here's Mayfield. Hauled in by Godwin. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice that doesn't end up getting an offensive first down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. From the 41. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Now a carry by Irving. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Play fake, it's Mayfield. He's keeping it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Baker now from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They'll run this with Irving. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Baker now off the play fake. That one's caught along the left sideline. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Now it's Irving. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know why baseball coaches are called managers, Kate? Because they got to manage a lot of situations. And I've realized over time in talking to them, they love taking a situation, a game moment, and making it a team topic. That play, by that corner right there, I know this is a head football coach, not a head football manager, but he's going to take that play, he's going to illuminate it to his team and show the fearlessness of his corner making that tackle.
And he won't find anything here. They're there to drop it for the sack on what's likely the final play of this 3rd quarter. And that sack going to cost them some yardage. We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense has given an inch in this one. This game's still tied after 3, so we're going to decide things here in the 4th quarter. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Here we go, right up the gut. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, Kate. I know you do. And this one was about real power. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run and a great try at that first down.
So Chase McLaughlin is on in a high-pressure spot. Only a 20-yarder here. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they take the lead in the fourth quarter.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Return starts at the 3. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Cincinnati offense headed out now. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. 1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Brown on the inside give. And this one does not go far. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll run again with Brown. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Burrow from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They send the tight end in motion. On 2nd and 10, Burrow again. He's on the move. He's on the move. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide in practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
3rd and short, it's Burrow. He has the 1st over the middle. And they bring him down around the 34. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Burrow out of the shotgun. Finds him over the middle. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 29. Got his target, it's Higgins. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win. There aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I can already read the headlines tomorrow. This offensive line can't protect. This offensive line. But it's more than that. When you give up 5 sacks in a game, it's a complete breakdown of everybody offensively. Play caller, quarterback, offensive line. Yeah, they're going to have to regroup and figure out how to protect this quarterback first and foremost.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Not that he needed to, but he'll always try and remind people that he's a threat running it, in addition to slinging it all over the field.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Now Burrow. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
I'll say this, unless you're committed to going for it on 4th down, I just don't see why you throw it there. Just power it forward for half a yard and reset those chains, then take your shots further down the field.
Big moment coming up for Evan McPherson on this attempt. This is a chip shot from the left hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And in the 4th quarter, that's going to tie the game.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Tucker now on the return. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. The Buccaneers, then receiver Chris Godwin getting set for another go. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They managed 3 on their last drive, but down inside the red zone, disappointing not to come away with a touchdown. Completes this one to Otten. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
New set of downs for him from the 46. First down, here's Baker. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. So that brings up 2nd down.
I think everybody on the offense was already thinking about the next play to run as they watch that short little throw to the tight end. You really don't expect to see many of those gimmies dropped.
Second down, Mayfield to pass. This finds Evans, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Carry here for Irving. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Once again, Irving. Room inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Could take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but thinking touchdown here as they get set up 1st and goal. Right back to Irving now. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Pressure coming, Baker. And he hauls it in for the Tampa touchdown. The Buccaneers take a fourth quarter lead. It's a Chris Godwin touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the second half and puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Bengals 20.
The Bucs get lined up and they will kick this away. Starting from the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Bengals headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. First down, Burrow to throw. Escapes the pocket, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That's an incredible sack, Kate, from them. It does more than just back them up a mile on second down. There's an immediate sense of desperation that comes from an offense. You can just feel it as a quarterback in the huddle. When you take a sack like that, now they got to dig themselves out of this hole.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Bengals down by 7. Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Trying again following the sack. Buys time, rolling right. And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with third down.
Some squads you just see love to do this, Kate, and I've got so much respect for defensive coordinators who late in the game, instead of playing prevent, well, they step up the aggression meter. Back-to-back sacks puts this offense and this quarterback way off schedule.
Now to throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. To throw. On target to his man Higgins. He's at the 30. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. So as we all recover from that last play, it's 1st and 10 near the red zone. Here he is to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one doesn't go far. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Back to throw. He brings it in. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives him 1st and goal.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. And he brings it in. Touchdown! And a big decision coming up for him now. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
In the 11th hour, now a point after try to tie this game. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the 4th. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Irving. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The visitors and Bucky Irving ready for their next possession. They get that big old marker out, cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Tight end in motion left. Quick throw is caught. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. He'll look to throw it. He's on the move. He takes it himself. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway. Ugh.
In quite the time crunch here, Brock, but still 2 timeouts to burn. It's first down. Setting up to pass. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Well, Brock, 4 quarters, couldn't decide a winner, and now we're set up for an exciting conclusion to this contest. Overtime is coming up next. Got to block that missed kick from their minds and refocus. Still a win to be had as overtime has begun. This return starts at the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. Here come the Bengals to take over once again. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete.
Complete to Andre Yoshimon. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. 31-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. From the 31. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Into the hands of Gesicki. Complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And he's brought down after a short gain. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Burrow setting up the play action. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And in overtime, he needs to make this a good one. And that hit at the 5, but got the bounce it needed to reach the end zone for a touchback. The Buccaneer offense back out for another series. Their defense got off the field clean, Brock, and now their offense runs on knowing that any points are going to end this game.
Well, you want to look up complimentary football in the football dictionary, this might be the most important time for it. One side of the ball makes you stand, and the other side gets a chance to go win it.
First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Mayfield now from the gun. Hits him on the out route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
Just excellent effort on that catch, and a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Baker now off the play fake. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Going into overtime, don't we always focus on the offenses being the hero? Which offense is going to be the hero that ends it? But Brock, the defenses, the real superheroes in this one.
No question about it. It's been that side of the ball that's taken charge to try and set up a win. And if they're able to score to finally end this game, it won't be the score people are talking about. It'll be about them forcing the fumble to set it up.
On first down, here's Burrow. Completed over the middle. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. A give now to Brown. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third and a lone yard coming up. Here's Brown again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 1. It's 4th down and less than a yard.
Well, all reviews in overtime have to come from the officials, and we have one coming here. They want one more look at that play. Well, I certainly don't envy the officials here. A lot of times, Brock, it can be so tough to have the right angle to get a perfect spot on that football.
Yeah, how they do it, I just marvel at it. A bunch of years ago, I got to do and be an official, a side judge for a spring game.
How'd that go?
Not well, because things happen so fast, and I really do. I marvel at more often than not how good these officials are at spotting the ball.
Well, good thing they reviewed it, because after further examination, the call on the field has changed. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. On the ground, Brown. And that run very short, only getting to the 27. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. On 3rd down, here's Burrow. Escapes the pocket. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
Big moment coming up for Evan McPherson on this attempt. Timeout taken by the defense, their 2nd. And that'll leave them with just 1 remaining in overtime. And the kick team comes on. A chance to win it here in overtime. Ball on the left hash for this 41-yarder. The kick is good. He got it. And they've taken back the lead.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
So the Bengals pick up the win in this one. And they only needed a field goal to end it as their guy connected on an absolute bomb through all the pressure to claim a heck of a win here in overtime. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals emerge as winners as we say so long from Cincinnati.